Hi, I'm Max Gunther, and today I'm going to be talking about drones. So, I've liked flying drones for a while, and it's a really fun hobby of mine. So today I'm going to run you guys through the basics of drone care and maintenance, some of the restrictions around drones, and then I'm going to demonstrate how to fly drones, and then how to get really good pictures with drones. So to start off, we're going to talk a little bit about the drone I'm using specifically. So this drone is the Zima X5C drone, and this is a standard level drone. It's sort of for hobbyists or for anybody who just wants to start off with drones as a hobby, or maybe even some photographers who want to get cool shots around things, but the camera is not very high definition or anything like that. So a bit around drones. This drone weighs about way less than half a pound, so there's no restrictions around this drone. If a drone weighs 5 pounds or more, you have to get it registered, and then after that, there's restrictions where you can't fly it within 5 miles of an airport. Currently, we are within 5 miles of an airport. However, the drone is light enough that I can, as long as it's within my line of sight, I'm allowed to fly it there. Cool. So basics of maintenance, charging the drone. So this is what the drone battery looks like. And to charge it, it's fairly simple. We just plug in the charger, plug it into the wall. This light will go off when the drone is fully charged. So for this demonstration, I'm going to use a previously charged battery that we have within the drone. So next we're going to go over actually getting the battery in and out. So you flip over the drone, unlatch this, open it up. To remove the battery, you pull out the power cables, pull the battery out. To put the battery back in, put the battery in, shimmy that in, put in the power cables, and then lock down the case. Cool. So before we start, a bit about drone care and maintenance. It's always a good idea to have a charged battery, because that way not only do you get to fly for a longer time, your battery will in the long run last longer if you have a fully charged battery and you run it down to nothing, versus if you were to run it to halfway and then start off halfway later. So the battery will last longer. It's better for the drone. So before we fly, I need to make sure that the propellers aren't clipping against anything. So this propeller kind of clips against the wings. This one's pretty good, and the rest of these are pretty good. So to fix the clipping, I'm just going to bend down this plastic barrier. These are here so that I don't ram into anything and destroy the propellers when I'm flying this. And so now that there's no more clipping, this drone is ready to fly. So I'm going to run you through a bit about the controls. So this is the control pad, and to get the drone to work, you'll need one of these. It takes 3 AAA batteries, but it'll last for a lot longer than the drone charge will. So these buttons on the bottom don't really do anything. They're just there for decoration. If you get a more advanced model, you can get a remote where these buttons do stuff, and you can control up to 4 drones at once. So this drone, this is the display pad. It gives you a little bit of what's going on with the drone, and it lets you see what you're doing and what controls are being sent to the drone. So starting off, we have thrust. Comes from moving this joypad up and down. So this controls how high it's going, how much energy the drone's using, how fast the propellers are spinning, and how fast it's moving. So it's really important to level thrust to a place that you're comfortable with and that your drone is hanging level or close to level with. This button or this joystick controls your position for the drone. So essentially controls the tilt. Okay. If you tilt forwards, the drone will tilt forwards. If you tilt back, the drone will tilt back, side, and side. So this joystick lets you control the tilt of the drone, what you're doing. The last part of the controls from the joysticks is turning the drone. So essentially, if you take the thrust joystick and you tilt it to the side, the drone will turn to the side. And so it'll turn. You can turn it back by turning the other way. Fairly intuitive, though. It's just left and right spinning. And so the next part of the control are these knobs. These knobs control these knobs control how much you drift. So once you get it level, the drone will still have some drift on it. It'll be drifting to either forwards, backwards, and to the side. And you adjust the trim on the drone to make it keep it level and keep it in the same position. So that's an adjustment that only really needs to happen once or twice when you're flying, whereas these joysticks will be used a lot more often. This switch changes the mode from sport mode to easy mode. We're going to be keeping this in easy mode. In sport mode, a bit of the controls are different, and it's designed for the drone to go much faster and do more tricks. Speaking of doing tricks, there are 2 trick buttons on either side of the drone. So you press the trick button and the drone will do a trick. It's pre-programmed, so you don't have to know which trick you're doing. You just sort of lean to the side, it'll do a flip to the side. This last knob is the camera. So you press up and it will take a photo of whatever you're taking a picture of. You press down, you pull down, and it will turn on the video camera, and another pull to turn off the video camera. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with some basics first. I'm gonna level out the quadcopter, and I'm gonna adjust the trim so that it stays level. So it's important to note that at any point, if you're about to run into something, it's a lot easier to just cut the power and then have it crash than it is to try to regain it and risk the propellers getting stuck. So we can sort of just keep it in the air above me. So this is sort of how to keep it level. So now I'm going to do some fun kind of flying. So first, to get a good picture with this, you sort of want to make sure that it's level when you're taking the photo. So I'm going to take a photo of these trees in a second. So it shouldn't be moving around too much while you're trying to take the photos, or you won't get a good photo. Same with the video. You want to make sure that it's sort of that you're doing slow, gentle movements and gentle turns whenever you're taking a video. So I'm gonna see if I can get a good video of the trees, and I'll send it all the way up. Bouncing off the ground is not a problem at all.
Yeah, okay, I didn't get that.
Okay. So dealing with wind is kind of difficult. You have to increase the rotors and fight the wind. And remember, I will be posting all the video and pictures on at the same time as this video. So yeah, that's that. Doing a trick is kind of fun. You want to gain a little bit of height, and then you can press the trick button and move in any direction, and it'll do a flip. The problem is you lose a lot of height when you do this. So leveling out is kind of difficult sometimes. Alright, so it looks like I'm running out of battery, which happens every so often. So that was a fun trick. I'm just gonna have it come down slowly, and then I'll turn off the drone. Cool. That was how to use a drone. These can be a lot of fun. You can get a couple good photos, you can get some pretty good video, and it's really cool to take pictures at, 50 or 60 feet in the air and see, what it looks like. So I highly recommend that each of you try test out a drone if you'd like, and there's some really cool things you can do with it. So thank you for watching my presentation.